And I already told y'all I don't use stuff unless I need it, right? So my left hand is weaker than my right hand for some reason. So I'm forced to use wrist holy shit, wrist reps on my left hand, because if I don't, like, my left hand just fucking gets injured, you know. I was curling 155, and maybe it's because like the weight is going up, you know. Maybe it's because the weight is going up, and like when you start lifting heavy weight, maybe your body just can't take that wear and tear every single day. So I'm gonna start using a little bit of wrist wraps. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish like that my body would be able to withstand it without the wrist wraps, because I feel like that just takes away from the lift, and I feel like it makes it easier, which I don't want it to be easier, but at the same time, like I'm doing physical activities and I'm trying to lift like more than 20 pounds, and I just can't because my wrist is hurting so bad. So I'm gonna start putting this wrist wrap on my left and right hand before I work out, so that way I can keep progressing. Like I'll do whatever it fucking takes, bro, at this point. But like if this is what I gotta do to succeed, I mean that's what I gotta do, you know. I've never really had to use these before though, so I guess that just means I'm moving up, you know. Like I'm reaching the dangerous territory where like if you don't use this shit, you're dead ass gonna injure yourself. I'm still not gonna use like this little flappy part, but I'm still gonna use the goddamn. But I'm still gonna use the other side. It feels way better. I can feel the tension on my wrist. It feels way better. But like I said, like, you know, I made a promise to y'all that I was gonna cut successfully, and I don't care how many times I had to fail to get there before this. I'm still gonna keep my promise to y'all and do this shit. I just want to let y'all know, like, my mentality, I have a strong mentality, but my mental state is fucking terrible right now. Just because of the fact that, like, everything that's going on in my life and trying to post these videos. But I didn't start this shit, you know, I didn't start posting because it was a hobby. I started posting because this is what I want to do with my life, you know. This is my passion, this is my goal, this is like college for me. I want to see how far I can get in 4 years doing this shit. So if this is what I want to be and this is what I want to do in my life, then I got to be dead ass about it. And I can't just keep lying to y'all and saying I'm trying my hardest when I'm not. And that's why I showed y'all the side of me that I showed y'all last night when I was crashing out on food and shit, and I couldn't stop eating because, like, we all got moments in our lives where we felt weak. And I want to tell y'all and show y'all that, like, even though I'm making hella progress in the gym and like I'm able to motivate y'all, I still have my days too, you know. I really do still have my days, and that shit's human. But it's what you do after that day that defines you. It's what you do after, you know, that cheat meal that defines you. Right now, I'm 191 pounds, the highest I've ever been in my life. 191 pounds. That means I have about, let me see, 30 pounds to lose. I'll lose 30 pounds by October. No bullshit. I will dead ass lose 30 pounds by October. Nah, that's insane. I've never hit 2 back-to-back good sets like that. This kind of shows me where I need to be at, like strength-wise, and like where I need to bulk to. Honestly, everything happened to a reason. Or everything happened to a reason, everything happened for a reason. I mean, maybe my reason for crashing on my fucking diet was literally me showing myself where I need to be at my next bulk. Nah, let me stop. I was just sitting here eating to eat. But now my next bulk, I did actually probably bulk to like 195. Cause 235 has never moved for seven to seven back-to-back sets like that. And this is kind of just showing me that I gained a lot of my natural strength back at like 190 pounds. But I mean, that does make sense though, because I ain't never been overly fat, and like, even on my bulk, I still feel like I look pretty decent. But yeah, like, I'm probably gonna cut down 25 pounds, 30 pounds, and then I'll come back and crush it about like December. I'll probably get back on the bulk and try to get a little bigger. Shit. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. 3 sets on bench for 7. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I just told y'all everything happened for a reason. I was wondering when my strength increase is gonna hit. You know, when you gain a certain amount of like muscle, or not muscle, but fat, and you're able to just like move heavy ass weight so you can get bigger. I was like, what is my limit? Because like I always felt weak after my second set. 190 is my limit. Or 190 is when it finally starts to kick in. So after this cut, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I'm for sure gonna sit here and bulk to like 200. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna get down to like 165, and I'm gonna go in a slow and steady bulk to a 200. I ain't gonna lie, on my chest days, I started paying more and more attention to what's outside the chest, to what's outside that fucking perimeter of the actual chest. Meaning like the arms, the back of the arms, all that shit. Because like, yeah, your chest is a muscle, yeah, that's cool, okay. Your chest is something to be trained, and it is chest day. But what is outside that fucking muscle? That's when we really start growing. We start thinking outside the fucking box. Stop looking at shit as like a 1 to 2 step equation. It's 20 steps to get to your fucking goal physique. No bullshit. Because think about it. Think about it. Your chest is right here. But this is also supporting your chest right here. This is also supporting your chest. This is also supporting your chest. Because how are you going to sit here and grow your chest out if you're not lifting heavier weights? That means you gotta train all muscle groups so you can withstand that pressure. You can withstand that pressure of your chest. Or when you're trying to, god damn, I'm baking in the sun. Let me get out the sun. I'm baking in the sun, let me get out the sun, you feel me? And like, anyway, all that shit matters. Like, what's outside that fucking muscle group, you know? Like, what's outside that muscle group that's helping you? Because that's like putting a heart in a human body and then expanding it to run, no problem. Like, you got so many more components than just your heart. Holy shit. 4 sets on bench. All of them similar reps besides the last one. And the last one was a filler rep also. It's fucking crazy. Like, I never thought I'd get that far in bench to the point where like I would be able to do back-to-back sets like that. Never been able to do that before. But I think it's because I was always trying to be skinnier. And that took away a lot of my muscle. Or it took a lot of my energy away. That because sometimes it's not even about you being like smaller. Sometimes that's about just having the energy to do what it takes, you know what I'm saying? To be able to lift that much. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Last night, I had a fire-ass cheat meal. Like, motherfucker, if y'all watched the video before this, I deadass had a lot of carbs in my system. I had like, I'll say around like, shit, I don't even know how many carbs, bro. That's how I know I had a fire-ass cheat meal. I probably had like 300 carbs last night before I came out here and hit a chest day. That might be another reason why I feel so good today. Because I got those carbs loading up in my system and now they're finally like being active. But at the same time, I really feel like it's just because of the weight I'm at. Like, I've never been this big before, you know? I've never been 190 pounds. And that's like saying something about me, you know? Because like I was always scared to get bigger because I didn't know how I was going to look. And I was so scared of being like fat that I never try to put on the weight. Because everybody starts like working out for some reason, you know? Like my first ever bulk was fucking terrible because I didn't even want to bulk. I was too pussy to actually do it. I kept saying to myself, oh man, like I can just gain muscle if I keep trying to get leaner and I can keep trying to get muscle and get bigger and get bigger and bigger. But the thing is, bro, you're gonna need to get fucking bigger to gain that muscle. Because what most people don't understand is that it's not about the weight you gain. It's about the strength you get from gaining that weight, so you can lift heavier weights, so you can get more muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to actually gain that fucking muscle, you need to constantly be fatiguing that motherfucking muscle. You need to be constantly fatiguing that motherfucking muscle, going to failure or going close to failure, actually working that muscle out so you can get bigger, so you can get bigger arms, so you can get a bigger fucking chest, whatever the fuck you're trying to get bigger. Like, you're not gonna get bigger while being in a deficit, by being lean. Like, you can still get leaner, yeah. You still get stronger, yeah. But you're not gonna sit here and get fucking bigger, like physically bigger, like build muscle, when you have nothing on your system to build it from. Like, you gotta eat your protein, your goal weight for protein. You gotta get a large amount of carbs in. You gotta get decent amounts of fats in. All that shit, man. All that shit's important.